Braddock, Pennsylvania, sustained a real traumatic unraveling that was common in Rust Belt communities and towns, but ours was a particularly severe example of that.
Average income?
We're around 20,000, so
Which
we're
is
substantially below the Pennsylvania average.
Yeah, I'll have mothers that will call me on a Monday, and by Friday they're going to be out of food to feed their 3 kids, and this happens quite regularly.
John Fetterman does not look like your typical mayor, and he isn't. He came to Braddock in 2001 to help at-risk youth get their GEDs and ran for office here in one of the most depressed towns in the state 4 years later. His wife, Giselle, is from Rio, and she runs a nonprofit that provides food and essential supplies for more than 1,500 families each month.
A lot of people in this country are angry. They feel that their anger has not been acknowledged in any way. And frankly, I think they're right.
Yep.
There was a sense, particularly in rural white America, of aggrievement, that nobody's listening, nobody's caring about them.
Well, I mean, Western PA played a pivotal role in helping elect Donald Trump, and he turned Pennsylvania red for the first time since '88, and did it so with a margin of about 44,000 people, a lot of whom, as you referenced, are disaffected Democrats. Somebody phrased it to me where it's like, if the economy's not going to work for me, then I don't want it to work for anybody.
How does that manifest itself on a local basis for you?
It's an honor to be involved, and I hope whoever it is that's next realizes that you need to go outside your community's borders to bring help in, and that's what I've tried to do.
That means people like 4-time Super Bowl champion Franco Harris. And if you're wondering how he could help, you might be surprised by the answer.
Franco and I hope to be growing medical marijuana about a block from here. We put in an application for a large grow facility here in our community, which would be a real economic shot in the arm, and it's been a real honor to partner with someone like Franco.
Why is this a cause for you?
I'm a believer in medical marijuana because of pain management. And I've run into many ex-players who deal with pain management. And right now, the alternatives don't look good, and we have a lot of problems with the alternatives.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
That they've had.
Western PA has been ravaged by the opioid crisis,
Right.
and it positions us for the eventual legalization of marijuana, and
It would also pull Braddock out of Act 47, so we would no longer be fiscally bankrupt.
Braddock lost its initial bid for a medical marijuana license, but there are a few other madcap entrepreneurial efforts in town. Lone dreamers with a plan. One such dreamer is chef Kevin Sousa. Kevin was one of the first of a new generation of chefs to bring national attention to Pittsburgh when he opened his restaurant, Salt of the Earth, in 2010.
What are we looking at here, Chef?
All right, so we are landlocked, so seafood is tough. This is Lake Erie walleye pike, some new potatoes from the farm, some of the crackling from the fish, took the skin, crisped it up, it's nice and crunchy, and then just a lot of little farm herbs.
Now, after some bumps in the road, he's improbably turning this building, a former Chevy dealership, into his latest restaurant, Superior Motors. Opening night is less than a month away.
do I have to eat this? I mean, it's too pretty. It's too pretty to eat. Jeez.
The fish was amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Where were you born and raised?
McKees Rocks.
Close to your roots.
Yeah, in locality and in spirit.
Is the restaurant business any? I mean, because I know it's been bumpy for you.
It has.
You overexpanded.
Overexpanded with no capital. I just thought we were going to open the doors and everyone was going to go apeshit for whatever it is that I served, and I learned. As serendipity would have it, I met John, asked if I'd be interested in going for a walk in Braddock, came out to Braddock, fell in love.
With Braddock now.
With Braddock. It reminded me of McKees Rocks, and McKees Rocks, has suffered much in the same way as Braddock has.
Kevin says he has ambitions that go beyond turning a profit. His restaurant hopes to provide tuition-free training, and they're partnering with a local urban farm that employs high school students to grow produce in the shadows of the old steel mill. And though we are talking a swank, high-end restaurant designed to attract the moneyed classes from out of town, locals will be offered steeply discounted meals.
So this is beautiful grass-fed beef short ribs sitting on a bed of lightly blanched milkweed buds on top. a bunch of overwintered sun-choked chips.
Awesome.
That's the compliment.
So what happens if everything works out the way you want it to? Meaning people are driving from all over the state, they're flying into Pittsburgh from all over the country. The parking lot is full of places, packed and fully booked every night. Then what happens?
You're moving towards the G word, and
Which word? No, not yet.
Braddock is gentrification proof, essentially. Our biggest challenge has been abandonment, not people being displaced. To directly answer your question, Chef, long after I've shuffled off this mortal coil, the work will never be done here. This is a decades-long process.
He's the baddest dude in the history of badass. Look up badass in the dictionary. It says Trejo. Danny Trejo. Born in Echo Park in LA, he spent much of his early life in and out of prison, including a stay in San Quentin, where he managed to straighten shit out, join a 12-step program, and rethink his life. He came out of the joint as a drug counselor. This led directly, if unexpectedly, to a storied career in film. Danny Trejo is known and loved for iconic tough guy roles in such films as Heat.
There's cops all over me, man. They're on me like a cheap suit.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Get out! And Once Upon a Time in Mexico. But he finally rose to the action hero leading man status he always deserved, playing Machete.
This is the boss.
A character who grew out of a fake trailer from the Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino film Grindhouse, which soon became its own awesome and gore-heavy franchise. If you haven't seen Machete, its follow-up, Machete Kills, or soon-to-be-released Machete in Space, it's like missing the Citizen Kane of violent, family-friendly fun. Trejo's Cantina on Cahuenga Boulevard. Because, of course. Grand opening is still a few days away, but I thought, since I'm in town, I'd help advise Danny on the new menu, give him the benefit of my tasting notes. And I gotta be honest, I was thinking, how good could it be? Can Machete run a good restaurant? And why?
So we're gonna see Trejo's Tacos all across America at some point?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Taco truck on every corner.
This is delicious.
Awesome.
On the menu tonight, Jidori chicken with chipotle cream sauce, some charred branzino with summer squash and sauteed poblano peppers, and crispy pork tacos with black garlic mole and some fat sacks of uni. And lots of healthy greens.
Why healthy? I
We
mean,
have such an obese problem in the United States, especially Latinos. So we had to find a way to make it tasty but healthy. Healthy food can taste good.
Clean, healthier, lighter, locally sourced versions of Mexican street classics are not exactly what I'd expected. And I sure as shit ain't making no rude cracks about vegan tacos. Not to this man. Though to be fair, Danny Trejo is like the nicest guy in the world.
here's something I discovered that completely shocked and surprised me. So I have to ask you, are you a Morrissey fan by any chance?
Morrissey.
Like from this band, The Smiths, apparently it's like a British rock band of the late 80s that is apparently hugely popular in the Chicano community. So you have not been touched by this,
I'm gonna tell
No.
you something right now between me and you. I listen to no music that came after the 1968. I'm like an oldies guy, you know what I mean?
So, I don't know, your parents were born in Texas,
Yeah.
but can you trace you people back to what area of Mexico? Where-
Monterrey. My grandmother and grandfather were born in Monterrey.
Did you speak Spanish at home?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, I spoke Spanish till I was about 9, 10, and then, you know, usually you stop speaking Spanish when you go to grammar school, especially in the 50s, because they wouldn't let you. No, you don't speak Spanish, you know, so you kind of forget
Right.
So then, but then when you start going to juvenile hall and jail, you pick it up again so the guards won't know what you're talking about.
Did you get a 12-step in, while you were still in prison or after?
While I was in prison, that was 1968. Cinco de Mayo, 1968. That was where I just kind of like made a vow. I'm done. Yeah.
When you get out, you became a drug counselor.
I dedicated my life to helping other people. Everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. Everything.
Well, for example, you were called to a film set to counsel somebody.
Yeah.
And you bump into, of all the people in the world, Edward Bunker.
Eddie
the
Bunker.
sort of legendary ex-con turned writer and I guess screenwriter as well.
I knew Eddie in prison. You see, and so when he saw me, what are you doing here? I said, I'm working with this kid. And then he asked me, are you still boxing? Because I held the lightweight and welterweight champion of every joint I was in. I said, I'm training, I still train, but I don't get hit in the face anymore. And he said, we need somebody to train one of the actors how to box.
The movie was the awesome Runaway Train. Trejo trained and fought against the actor Eric Roberts, who along with John Voight earned Academy Award nominations for the film. For Danny, it was the start of a long and glorious career. He never looked back.
I'll never forget Andrei Konchalovsky, the director, Russian aristocrat, right? He says, you fight Eric in movie. You be my friend. Now, if you come out of the penitentiary and somebody says, you be my friend, it's kind of a red flag.
Right. And then how many films since then? A whole hell of a lot.
They got to be at about 320 or something, you know?
You moved from there to serious bad guys to now action hero franchise. How do you stay nice in a business basically full of assholes?
Eddie Bunker, the first time when I started getting like a little recognition, he told me something. He said, try to remember that the whole world can think you're a movie star, but you can't. And I watch movie stars, right? I hate them. Nobody likes them. And if you're like on a movie set and the movie star comes in, and then after he leaves, this is how everybody that guy's an ass. I hate that guy. I mean, he's rude. So I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
one of the things I learned actually making television really early on, if like you show up to like shoot, and the people like with the cameras and the crew say, oh, the talent is on set. What they really mean is the asshole is on set. You know, if somebody calls me the talent or refers to me as a talent, it's like time to go back and take a long look in the mirror, right?
All of us, when we travel, look at the places we go, the things we see through different eyes. And how we see them is shaped by our previous lives. The books we've read, the films we've seen, the baggage we carry. Years ago, when I first watched the stunningly beautiful films of director Wong Kar-wai, it shaped forever the way I'd see Hong Kong. From that point on, my hopes, my expectations of this city would be seen through that lens. A lens that was in nearly every case pointed by, focused by, this man. Christopher Doyle, longtime resident of Hong Kong, known by his Mandarin name, Duque Feng. His earlier works with Wong Kar-wai were distinguished by unspeakably gorgeous images of beautiful people moving through spaces both unfamiliar and yet painfully intimate. Alternately jagged, frenzied, innovative, languid, composed, chaotic. I obsessed over his work, fetishized it, longed to see Hong Kong like the characters in so many of his films longed for each other. And I feared, like those characters, I would be denied. I was wrong.
The good thing about the escalator is the best place to watch people.
The mid-level escalators, 7 million people in Hong Kong, many of them flowing through this mile-long escalator system. It's Chris Doyle's happy place.
What do you look at in Hong Kong? You've lived here how long?
Oh, 20, 30 years almost, right?
So,
I mean, I've spent more time in this space than I've spent in bars. Look at this. We have people coming and going. We have the city passing us by. We have, to me, the energy is the noise, is the people. I mean, the films that we made are only this way because we made them here. I've made 12 films within 2 square kilometers of where we are right now. In fact, we're going to pass by my apartment, which was the most famous apartment in Hong Kong.
You shot
but
it
it doesn't exist anymore because the energy changes. But to tune into the energy, aha, hello, then we have a movie. Then we have this conversation. Then we have something that the cameraman is going to fall over backwards trying to film. I think you're just preparing all the time. For example, you watch some of my movies.
Yes.
Or we read a book.
Yeah.
Or we go out drinking with friends.
Yeah.
And then bang, bang. We're doing something which all of those energies focus in a way that somehow connects with other people. Hello, what do you want in life?
I mean, you do understand the impulse, right? People see work that you've long ago like moved on from, and they get, you know, they get a hard on, and it won't go away. I mean, come on, it's.
But the great pleasure is, I did it, and it's done. You want me to reshoot Chongqing Express?
But of course they all do, don't they?
But I don't know how I did it.
Is there a value in just beautiful people and objects moving through space in beautiful ways?
Is there a value to the color of a pomegranate?
Yeah, there is.
Exactly. This is our challenge, is to celebrate that. So-called beauty is not, you know, my makeup is so good and then I lifted my face a bit. No, beauty is the darkness and the pleasure of embracing that and that giving you something more of your experience of life. I read a script and it says, he looks so sophisticated. How do you film sophisticated? How do you convey the taste of a chili? We'll never know. But the privilege we've been given is, number one, we've experienced it personally. So it becomes part of who you are.
Leaf Dessert Noodle Shop is a 100-year-old holdout in Central. Chris has been coming here for years, both to film and for this. Choy noodle soup for him and beef brisket noodles with wonton for me.
Ah, here we go.
So this is family food.
Choy mein.
Choy mein.
Yeah.
Choy mein 英文點講? You don't know.
I don't know.
佢食乜嘢?
Wonton.
用乜嘢 inside? 蝦. And then 你應該講啊，我哋呢度拍過好多客。This is the most famous noodle stand in cinema history in Hong Kong.
Has he been in the films himself?
Many, many, many times.
Hey, hold the tea.
This is next nomination for Hong Kong Film Awards.
Oh, man, it's good, too.
Yeah. I don't watch movies. I don't watch other people's work. I can't draw. But I know if you put this and you move it around a bit, it may take you somewhere. So to me, collage is like the unexpected put together to perhaps suggest something that you never thought of. Our experience actually gives us a distance and gives us this wonderful freedom, which is called time. I thought time was running out, but it's not. Time is actually being more condensed because we're more focused. Now, our job as artists is to show you the world that you think you know and celebrate it. In my wonderful experience and wonderful journey with a person called Wong Kar-wai, but finally, after all the films we made a film called In the Mood for Love. I think everything we did before then was preparation. I think that's it. If you find this in your life, you actually say one sentence, or you make one dish, or you make one image that is true. That's pretty good, because not many people get there.
In the beginning, Hong Kong was this, a fishing village like this one.
There you go.
You gonna give me a camera?
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, well.
All right, proceed to smoke weed.
Can I roll?
Yeah.
How do I roll?
A button here. Yeah, there.
Oh, that's so complicated. I have to press the button. Can I close down the aperture a little bit? Where is the aperture? Can you tell me?
You're on a 2-8. Yeah, you're on it.
I don't smile a lot on this show, by the way. I'm smiling now.
I want to shoot you guys. So tell us, are you behind the camera? What are you seeing?
I'm trying really hard to get focused.
Really? Why is that? This is one of the most beautiful shots I've ever made. I've never made a shot about cameras before. So tell us, what is a camera to you?
I think it's a good thing to hide behind.
I think, Anthony, we have one of the most beautiful images in all of your film.
This is why we're on. That's why we're on the damn boat.
Do we have a movie?
We have a movie.
We have a movie. Are you sure I'm worried we didn't record it.
We'll find out in a second.
And we have to do it in voiceover.
Sit.
Tai O is one of the last fishing villages in Hong Kong on the western side of Lantau Island. The families here have made their living from the sea for generations. For Chris Doyle and his co-director, Jenny Suen, it's a return to the location of their recent film, The White Girl.
So where are we? Place I recognize it.
We're in the Venice of Hong Kong, obviously. I mean, there we are. We got the canals. We got canals going in all directions here. We got the most beautiful bridges outside of Venice. Don't forget, Hong Kong means fragrant harbor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good place to eat, I guess.
But you have experience here. You guys shot a film here. Because you shot like right
we
here.
We literally
shot
shot
here.
right
This
here.
is it. This is
This
the
is-
main
this is
location
the
of the
main-
film.
Actually, when we were prepping the film, we looked at all the fishing villages around Hong Kong. And this one was the most complete in the sense that it's a real community as opposed to, something closer to the city. And it's a metaphor for Hong Kong because we feel Hong Kong is disappearing also. And so much of what we're doing is to keep something that makes us unique alive.
For lunch, there's corn and fish maw soup. Fried fish maw with dried scallop, dried shrimp, and pork. Salted egg yolks are left in the sun to cure slightly, then served over rice. Crispy pork belly, cooked in shrimp paste and yu choy.
I drink to heaven, under which we stand together and enjoy this. We drink to earth because, well, there's no more earth, but we drink to sea today. I drink to heaven, I drink to earth, and I drink to you. Isn't that the most beautiful way to share a drink with friends?
I have a tricky moral
It's
question
Thursday
though
night.
for you.
A moral question?
Yes.
Me? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering Catholic. I can answer any moral question.
We are changing the world by looking at it through cameras as happens every time. You look at real people, the real world, real places. Where does that fall in your comfort zone when the character
Yeah,
place
it's true.
changes.
We're part of the problem, not right?
The only way is just not to be cynical about it. We want the audience to feel a certain way, but if the process is open, then I think it has integrity.
If we've done it with love and integrity, if we try to be as true as possible to how we see things, perhaps, it transfers. The only function of what we do, of art or of anything, is to give voice to the unspoken, to give it a form that it's never been perceived in before. We can't change the evolution of history or the gentrification. You can't stop that, but at least you can say, look what you're losing. That's all. That's the only. All we can do is give an image to an idea.
You know, sometimes we have a hard time living the comfort of the known. And we don't understand that life only starts at the edge of the unknown. That's when life starts. I've been an immigrant all my life. From Asturias to Catalonia, from Catalonia to Madrid. Then I landed in America. I've been in the States more than 26 years of my life. More than half of my life I've been there. I think everybody should be always finding the place they come from. Asturias, I left when I was 5. A lot of people will not have a lot of memories before 5, but I do have them. And me, I always feel in Spain like so proud I am Spaniard. That's why for me coming back here is to understanding that yes, I'm from here, but I have to work hard to belong.
¿Cantamos Asturias, patria querida? Asturias, patria querida. Asturias de mis amores. ¿Quién estuviera en Asturias? Tengo de subir al árbol, vengo de coger la flor y dársela a mi morena, que la ponga en el balcón, que la ponga en el balcón, que la deje de poner. Tengo de subir al árbol y una flor he de coger. ¡Fucha Asturias! ¡Viva Asturias! ¡Viva!
Astonishing. Unbelievable.
I always wanted to do it. It's like...
Try that in New York. So, a question. When you were a kid, after you left here at age 5, how often did you visit?
It took me many, many years. Almost like 12, 14 years to come back. You know. Because to me, when I left so young, it's almost like meeting a family you knew you had, but you never met. still nothing beats these moments. Always is something happening.
What do you eat here? What's good here?
Everything.
What do you eat?
Here right now is the season of arvejos, which is the green peas. And right now is the season. And they love these green peas here in season. And they serve them with ham.
Oh, this looks amazing.
Arvejos. It's perfect.
Oh,
Croquette. Everybody says that Asturias has the best croquetas anywhere in Spain. Even everybody can argue. the
really?
contrary.
Everybody says that?
Everybody, especially the people in Asturias.
Yeah, I would guess.
You see how creamy? Good taste. Mussels. Perfect. They make a great steak done with blue cheese, right on top. Cabrales on top of the steak. It's kind of the sauce happens right on the plate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's amazing. Ah, no, ¿tienes queso entero? Sí, posible. Tráemelo entero, corre. Un par de cortes.
So you want the whole cheese to spoon
Yeah,
out?
it's heavy, huh? It's heavy. Is it spicy?
Oh, no, I like spicy.
Poco. No.
¿Eh? No, abre un poco, coño.
Jose.
I love all the opinions. Everybody is highly opinionated, as it should be. And nobody's going to agree with anybody, only because why to agree?
Any place where people argue about food is a good place. So once a year, twice a year you come.
Yeah, at least once a year. But sometimes I only show up for 2-3 hours.
Really?
Yeah. I close the eyes, I breathe in, breathe out, and it's like I'm home. Especially when I go in the mountains. I love to be around people because I have a lot of energy, and I like to feed off the energy of the people too and give energy away.
Right.
But sometimes I need my moments of solitude. I know you like moments of solitude too. They're powerful moments.
Yeah, but I'm not walking up a mountain.
Yeah, you'll see, and I'm gonna be taking you probably to the heart of Asturias.
Oh, yeah?
Where is where I feel the happiest.
So I gotta hike up a mountain? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'll make it easy on you. Okay, we need more cider. Oye, que te lo dé de vuelta, macho. We're going deep, deep.
Through the mountain.
Through the mountain. It's always deep. Can you imagine? Less than 20 years ago, people had to walk all the way to the top.
Wow.
Allá en la mina. It's a hot day today.
Yeah.
Perdió su vida. I came overdressed, man.
Jesus.
Okay, are you hungry now?
Oh, my God, are we there?
Yeah, well, that's the town. You're gonna see what the people of the mountain used to eat. Beans.
Well, to quote the great American poet Robert Frost, beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel, so eat some beans with every meal.
That's the reason coming up here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I expect to be accosted by some Keebler elves at any moment. We welcome you to Munchkinland, Munchkinland.
It moves. Oh. You see here in Asturias, nothing is plentiful. And the people of Asturias, even in the hard times, they know what to do with nothing. And I think Asturias has been a land that with nothing has able to do a lot. And that shows you the character of the people of Asturias.
So I'll tell you, 5-hour hike up the mountain, it's tough. I'm enjoying this cold one.
Boom.
I'll tell you.
Can you imagine when people that live here, the only way to go down and up and bring things was walking 3-4 hours?
I could
Both
well
ways.
imagine. How long was that hike from the funicular to here? What, 4 hours?
No, it was like...
God, I was not sure I was going to make it.
Like 10 minutes, maybe 20. You're in very good shape, come on. This is nothing. And to eat this kind of food, we need to put some exercise always before.
Oh, wow.
Proche.
Muchas gracias. What is amazing is that if I ask you, what do you think this is? An appetizer or is a main course?
Right.
Many people would say that's a main course. I mean, it's
I would definitely
fatty,
say
it's
that.
heavy. Well, we eat this in Asturias as an appetizer, the first course.
Wow, and it's fabada?
Fabada.
Fabada.
Fabada. It's very difficult to define a region by a dish, but without a doubt, Asturias is defined by this dish, fabada.
Deep, soulful cooking.
And you have to meet Guillermina. Probably she's inside. Guillermina is a very special person, 101 years old. And she's not in the kitchen anymore, but until not too long ago, she was. In this DNA, it seems that kitchens are manned by men. We don't realize who is feeding humanity are women. In a woman like Guillermina, I see very much that. She's the only one that could be up there in that place at the end of the world, feeding the few that will arrive there to give them enough energy to go back.
These beans really are magical beans.
Because they are special.
Yeah.
Same seeds anywhere else, but they don't grow the same way they grow here.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about this land and the weather and the altitude that makes these beans very special.
Tastes like it did when it was just little Jose up here in his later hosen. Tastes the same?
Tastes the same.
You happy?
This is as good.
I'm happy too.
This is as good. And it's worth the walk. I mean, you show all of us that it's worth it go to the end of the world for the right food. And for the right stories.
Well, in this case, yes. Do you know how to play this game?
Tony, I've seen these often. I've never played in my life.
Por ejemplo, el primer bolu de esta fila es 0.
La línea, vale.
It has to be over the line.
Over the line, very important.
Right. Okay.
So has to hit that circle. We know that.
All right.
Yeah.
But it's okay if you hit any pin.
Perfecto.
But it can bounce.
It can bounce, yeah. Eh?
Las vueltas. La bola tiene que venir trabajada
So
para
the
que dé
ball has to
vueltas.
go spinning.
So,
So when it touches, the spin will take the ball.
de la manera
Right, I can do that.
correcta.
Probably no.
Tiró con una y ahora tira con otra.
Más alta es mejor. Te asturiano. I cannot believe this is the first time. Yes, sí, vámonos.
A mí, dame a mí. ¡Eso! ¡Cuatro! Muy bien.
All right. Not bad.
¿Cuánto?
Okay.
Bueno. Ahora.
Look at. With the hand, little bit of a spin. La madre que parió al fin. Three-point!
This game is rigged.
That was a heck of a good shot, man.
Oh, too much.
It's through.
They're taking shelter. First time on this continent.
Yes, as a African American, there's a lot of talk about going back to this thing of the motherland.
And it's a seriously radicalizing experience for African American comics who come here before.
Yes,
Life-changing, so we shall see.
Even walking through the streets, like, I had this feeling of like when I moved from Chicago to Oakland, you know, you hear about Oakland as being this black city, and you get there and it's like, okay, there's black people here, but it's not like, this is what I imagined Oakland was gonna be like. This is like this feels like this is black, you know?
Nairobi means cool water in Maasai. It's the capital of Kenya with 6.5 million people living in the metro area. It grew up around a British railroad depot during the colonial era, halfway between other British interests in Uganda and the coastal port of Mombasa. I will admit to a weird, frankly unlovely sense of been here, done that. It's not a good look for me, I know, but there's a mischievous curiosity tucked away in some poisonous part of my brain that's dying to see how Kamau handles the heat, the spice, the crowds, the overwhelming rush of a whole new world. Because that's what it is first time. This ain't Berkeley.
I'm already happy.
Well, I'm pretty happy because I've seen this scene so many times on your show. I finally get to be in this scene of this is gonna be good.
I mean, you have a Kenyan name.
Yes. My parents met in East Palo Alto, California. You know, this is like the late 60s, starting to be the early 70s, so post the civil rights movement, but that point where black people are starting to like really like want a connection to the motherland. And in East Palo Alto, there was this push towards naming it Nairobi, California. Back then, there was people who were like, we need to be associated with an example of African culture that is winning, and that at that point, Kenya was looked at as being winning because they were just kicked out the Brits. And there's all this sort of like, you know, we need to start a whole new culture and a new government. They start like a community college that's in people's houses and in basements and in storefronts. And I was the first baby born to one of the heads of the council, apparently. And apparently there was like a whole ceremony, lasted 8 days, and you know, like, you know, I picture it like the Lion King. I don't know, there's no pictures.
And yet, a proud Kenyan name, given your background, why so long? Why? What took you so long, man?
I was waiting for an invitation. I think as a Black American, I'm still wrestling with my African American identity sometimes, and I'm still wondering, am I doing right by this culture, and does this culture think I'm doing right by them? That's why I don't want to walk around like, I'm home. I also think that like a lot of times Black people in America have really struggled with that as an identity. What does it mean to be Black American? I'm like, I fought hard to claim this identity. It's exhausting, you know. Am I ready to start with a new one? I don't know yet.
Well, we'll see in a week when you head back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shit runs deep here, meaning best scientists can tell it all started for us in this neighborhood. Tribes of hunter-gatherers, Arab and Persian traders, the Omani, all left their mark. But the British Empire's hold from 1895 to 1964 is perhaps most deeply felt. The British system of education, governance, justice, along with, to a certain extent, its values, were imposed on a native people and laid, for better and worse, much of the foundation for modern Kenya. It did abolish slavery, for instance. It did build a modern infrastructure. It was also completely and fundamentally exploitative, often violent, and, well, racist. Kenya existed to make white people from far away rich. But in 1963, Kenya won its independence and elected its first president, Jomo Kenyatta, and since that time has fought an uphill battle to shake the last vestiges of colonial rule while hanging on to what worked. Things are, by most accounts, going well. There is a growing middle class, a highly rated educational system, and an enthusiastic and multilingual professional sector. Which is to say, this is decidedly not a shithole. It's dynamic, it's changing, and it's incredible. Kenya, by Kenyans, for Kenyans. But hurdles exist. Bizarre, almost surreal ones in this case. Mitumba, for instance, also known as the clothing of dead white people.
70% of Africans are wearing secondhand clothes. If we can just make our own clothes and make them cheap enough and make the money and keep the money.
And Jerry Gakira is the owner of Chili Mango, an all-Kenyan streetwear company. Melissa Mbungwa is a managing director at a creative consulting firm.
As I understand it, there used to be 500,000 manufacturing jobs in Kenya, textile manufacturing, and there's now 20,000.
Yeah. Before the 80s, we had a booming textile industry that could employ 500,000 people. But now in the 80s, when the World Bank introduced the free trade, we got all these secondhand clothes coming into the country.
Here's how it works. Your pants or your t-shirt get old or boring. So, being a good-hearted soul, rather than throw them out, you drop them in a charity box, assuming they'll go to someone who needs them. But no. In fact, that charity sells your pants and your t-shirt, along with a whole lot of other clothes, in bulk to a second-hand clothing exporter, a middleman, part of a billion-dollar industry. Exporters then sell your stuff by the container load to places like Kenya. Along the way, millions of dollars are creamed off in duties. The old clothes are then unpacked, sorted, and sold in markets throughout the country. This low-cost clothing option has absolutely crushed the domestic textile market.
Now, some countries in Africa have said, wait a minute, this is not good for our employment situation. We're not going to let this stuff in anymore. What happened then?
So America came and they told us that they would have trade sanctions against us.
If you didn't take all this used clothes.
Exactly, because of the free trade. It's
pretty much oppressive. It's
neo-colonialism.
USA.
As screwed up as the whole situation is, people do love the availability of cheap clothes. And Toy Market is the place to go for what in New York City would be called vintage. A dense labyrinth of shops neatly organized by specialty.
Honey, I brought all the Uggs back from Kenya. There's got to be something in your size.
The challenge today is going to be finding footwear for Kamau's decidedly non-Kenyan feet, not to mention mine.
Now, Anita's half size up.
Oh, nice.
There we go. I had to come to the continent to find shoes that fit me.
High five. High
That's
10.
right.
Yeah.
Let's just be clear, some rich, annoying American person who
Yeah.
bought these, wore them twice,
yeah.
and then was like, ew, they're out of season.
Yeah.
Well, Debbie Harry's shirt is kind of cool. I will take this for sure.
Well, here we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there,
You're
now we're
right.
talking. Black man in America wearing a King Kong shirt.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know how it goes over here, but in
Turn it
America,
down.
that's a great narc shirt. Right. That's a great, like, hey, kids.
Anyone want to buy some acid?
This is just weird enough and simple enough.
That is pretty cool.
I feel like I could tell. Where did you get that shirt? I got it in Kenya.
Yeah.